again, welcome back. Here we are to talk about JavaScript, and we're working on writing a date library. So far, we've written our date library here, and we've written a test to test it. Let's run our test code again, right? Oh, there we go, right? So it looks like it's passing. We also have another getter over here that returns the short year, right? So let's test that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new test case here. d.yr should return just the last two digits of the year. So we'll say d.yr, and I expect this to be today get full year mod 100. And also let's test the birthday. So if I do birthday.yr, I expect this one to be 19 or 65, right? So there we go. And if I clear my console and test, then hopefully this will pass too. Yeah, there we go, right? So that one passes. So we're going to add a couple other methods on here, and one of those methods will be get the month, one of them will get the day of the week, one of them will get the date. And we haven't written those yet. So here's an idea. One style of software development is called test-driven development. And the idea behind test-driven development is that you write the tests first, and then you write the code to make the tests pass afterwards. So that means you're writing tests for code that doesn't exist, and those tests are failing at the time that you write them. But the idea is you're just going to write the code to check your code. You're going to write the test code to check to see if your code is doing what you want it to do, and then you're going to write just the minimal amount of code to make your code pass the tests. Okay. So let's try that, right? So I'm going to put this here and say date.month should be something like this. Let's expect, so what if I do birthday dot month? This should return, I expect this to be September, okay? With the full name spelled out. Maybe I also expect, let's write another test for this one, right? So we'll do test, and maybe I also want to do d.mon for like the short month, right? And in this case, what I want to do is what I want to expect is that birthday.mon to be, oops, sorry, fumbled there, SEP, right? Okay, so that should be like the short month, right? And what I'd like to do now is to make these tests pass, right? And if I run the code in the terminal, like if I run my tests, those are going to fail right now because there is no code that generates the month, right? So let's work on that right now. So we're going to try and make these tests pass, right? And you can actually go ahead and write all your tests for everything if you wanted, right? But for right now, we've written these two, so let's try and make those pass and see what happens, right? So one of the things that's going to happen here is, the date object is going to be able to give us the number of the month, like the index, like zero based, right? But it won't give us the spelled out month. Also, it can give us the day of the week as an index, but it won't give us the name of the day, okay? So we'll need to have those somewhere. So what I'm going to do for convenience is I'm going to put them in another file. So inside the source directory here, I'll make a new file and I'll call it utils.js. And what I need in here is I need the months. And let's say January, sorry, this is going to take a minute, February, wait, I misspelled that, there we go. Okay, right, and then January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, oops, October, November, and December. Okay. Okay, got them all in there, right? Let's actually copy this, because I also want the short months. And we could, like, there could be a tricky way where we just like use some code to just grab the first 3 letters, but I think I'm just going to put them in an array. We'll call that mons, okay? And then I'll just shorten this to the abbreviated one. And maybe that'll be good, because maybe there's a situation where we want to use like the 4 letters. Sometimes the dates are abbreviated with 4 letters instead of 3. So so I'll just do it this way, right? And make each one of these like the 3-letter version. Oops. There we go, right? And then now we need the days of the week. So let's do const days, and then we'll add in, and I think they're all Sunday is index 0, right? So we'll say Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Okay, great. Oh wait, maybe we need the short version of these too. I think it might be useful. I didn't actually put that in there. I'm going to call it DYS. I don't know. Right? And then we'll do like sun, mon, to, wed, thu, fry, and sat. There we go. Okay. And now we should export all these, right? So let's do module dot exports equals, and we'll do months, mons, days, and DYs. Okay, there we go. So now we've got everything exported there. And what we'll do is we'll import this into our datelib. So datelib can now use these, right? We could build these into the class, but since we're building this in modules, like it's okay for us to have this outside the class, and it's more convenient because we can share it between other code. Like we can actually use these utils in the tests too, so we can test against the things that you have here. So let's do this. Let's do const, and we'll require the utils file, right? That's in the same folder here, so we can just do /, and then now we need to get months, mons, days, and dys. There we go, right? So that should hopefully get all of the stuff from our utils folder, right? Okay, great. So now let's do get month, and this is going to return the month spelled out in full. So what we'll do is we'll say months bracket this dot date dot get month. So that should be our index, right? And then if you did a get mon, then what we'll do is we'll return, actually I just copy this, right? And we'll return the short month, okay? And then if you want to do a get day, we can, actually we can just copy this and we'll do days, and then this will be get day. And if we want to do the short day, I'll shorten that to just dy, right? And then we'll use the dys and get the short version of the day, okay? So that should cover the test here. We actually wrote some more code that went beyond the test, but we could have written a test for that first, right? That would have been more test-driven development, right? But let's see if our tests pass for the month, right? Oh, let's see. So require is not defined. Did I misspell require? Let's see. Let's fix that, right? There we go. Okay. No wonder. I was wondering why it didn't code hint me earlier when I imported the stuff, right? Oh, there we go. And now our tests are passing. Okay. So you can go ahead and you can write the tests for the day of the week, right? The long and short day. Okay. And you can go ahead and try and solve some of the other problems too. I'll try and cover them in the next video, but that's your challenge for right now, and then you can review your work against the videos also in the future. Thanks for watching.